Hey guys, we got a little bit of a weird one for you. I have this external hard drive that I use for my Xbox, and it's not being read by my Xbox. And I'm trying to make a video with my old Xbox One. I know a game on PC, as most of you guys know, but I'm trying to make a video using my old Xbox One. So I went to go fire it up, and the storage was not being read by the Xbox. There's also this like slit right here that has a light on it, and the light isn't being read. So I looked up how much it is to replace something like this, and then with also downloading all of the video games that I used to have and the save files, it's going to be like $100 to replace it, and all the time it'll take to replace all those files as well. So I'm hoping that we could try and diagnose this hard drive problem and see if we could fix it ourselves. All right, just to show you what's going on, we have our external hard drive and our Xbox. We're going to plug it into the USB port in the back. Here, right here. And as you can see, there should be a light right here in this little slit, but there's no light. If we go into our Xbox and we go into storage devices, there is no internal storage is the only one we could see. There should be a drop-down menu right here where it would show our external hard drive, but we're not getting anything. Now, since the light isn't coming on, it makes me think that there is a power supply issue. And so I first things first, obviously I plugged it into the Xbox. And then a second thing, I plugged it into the computer to see if it was being read. It is formatted for Xbox, so we won't be able to open the thing, but it should be able to be seen. It wasn't showing up on my computer at all. All right, so we determined that the external hard drive is not getting power because there's no light. So the next thing that I look at is the cable connection, and it actually is pretty messed up. This SSD has been moved around in a couple of like moves too. I've had the Xbox for a very long time, so this has gotten jostled around. As you can see, there's like a little bit of more movement in the connection than you'd want to see. So I did swap out the cables with another cable that was known and good, and it still wasn't connecting. So for now, we've determined that the cable is not the issue, the connection is not the issue, so we're just going to set that aside for now. So now we just have the SSD, and the next thing that we need to do is just pop it open. We're going to go ahead and crack it open with this tiny screwdriver, this flathead screwdriver here. And I need both hands, so I will come back when it's open. Okay, so here's what we're looking at with the opened hard drive. And as you can see, this is where the light is going to be. So we want to make sure it says do not cover this hole. It also says avoid excessive shock. Do not peel or push on the top cover of any seal. And for those who are wondering, I did contact Seagate and asked them to help me with the data recovery from this drive. And they basically told me that there's nothing that they could do for me. That the warranty for this drive has been expired since 2018, and they won't even attempt to recover the data that is left on the drive. So we are left to our own devices. They actually told me to go to a tech store, so I'm my own tech store. So here's the drive. Here's the drive outside of the housing. And basically what I'm hoping to see out of opening this guy up, this is what the back looks like. There's a tin foil like covering everything, protective film, and we're gonna take that off. And basically what I'm hoping to see is maybe like a connection disconnect right here, where this is a SATA port. hoping to see that there's something like clearly wrong with this port. If not, we might be able to just buy a really cheap housing for the SSD from Amazon and plug that in so we can access our data once again. And we will probably end up having to throw out the old housing, but let's get the film off and let's see what we're dealing with. This process is like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. I got the golden ticket. I got a golden chance to make my day. I don't want to rip up the stuff too much. All right, so now we have the protective film removed. As you can see, we are not going to be able to reuse that, unfortunately. But warranty void if removed. Oh no. Oh no, we voided the warranty. That was so helpful. Okay, so looking at the port, it's not readily apparent that there's something wrong. And it's actually not so like movable as we thought when we plugged in the cable. So it must have been the cable that was not secure, not the port jack like we had initially thought. We thought maybe we could solder some of these guys back down, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So the last point of failure, we don't want to mess with the drive itself because we don't want to lose our data. But the last point of failure is this jack here is actually removable. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. There we go. It actually removes. So this is the last point of failure here. These little teeth right here, they don't seem to be uncovered. Everything looks good there. So what we're gonna try is we're gonna buy a cheap housing for this guy, and we're gonna put it into the new housing and see if that solves our problem, if we're able to read the drives. Maybe, hopefully, it was just this guy that wasn't working, but we will see. All right, guys, so it's a couple days later, and we went ahead and ordered a new hard drive enclosure, and it's this transparent one. It's the cheapest one on Amazon. I'll go ahead and link it in the description if you're having the same problem as we are. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the old drive and we're going to plug it into the SATA port. I'm not sure if this drive is big enough for the enclosure is big enough for this drive, but we'll find out. If it is, then we'll just unscrew it and pull the SATA out and we'll plug it into our old enclosure. But let's see, maybe we'll get lucky and maybe this guy will fit right into this transparent one, which would be pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead and place this here. And it seems to be a perfect fit. That's awesome. It fits perfectly in the enclosure. I saw on Amazon that this was fitted for a Seagate, but I wasn't sure if it was going to fit in the enclosure. And now we have a USB-C connection. So if it didn't fit, what we would have done, like I said, was unscrew these guys right here, and then just pulled out the connection, the SATA connection, and put it into our old enclosure. But now this is pretty much just scrap electronics, so we'll get rid of that. We'll close up the enclosure, we'll plug in the cable, and we'll see if it works on the Xbox. Okay, so even without turning on the Xbox, our SATA connection is getting a light, so that's good. There should be a light coming on the drive itself. We're gonna go ahead and fire up the Xbox. Now let's see what happens. Let's get a drive. Let's see. Can we see our drive? This may not, it's possible that this won't work as well. And sweet. Oh my God, we're getting the external drive. It's completely full, but we have it. Yeah, guys, we fixed it. Look at all the games that we have again. Wow. Okay, we did it. We did it. So we have successfully fixed our hard drive issue. No power, no lights to the Seagate external hard drive for our Xbox. And it also looks way cooler with this transparent thing. It looks, and it cost us $8 to fix. So I'd say that's pretty successful. All right, guys, we have successfully fixed our Xbox One hard drive. If you guys are having the same issue, I hope that this video is helpful and a possible solution. If your hard drive is no longer getting power, this may help. I mean, it worked for me. We saved basically $100 that it would take to fix our drive. We spent $8 on the new housing, and we didn't have to go and restore all of our hard drive stuff. So that in itself is worth a lot of money to me and time and effort. So yeah, we basically saved ourselves at least $100, probably more in my mind. But this has been a really good fix, and it's game related. So we're going to post this to the channel. Please consider subscribing if this helped, and we'll catch you on the next one. All right, guys. Peace.